All right, Paul Hefty here with the Triangle O football system. Want to talk some O-line blocking, specifically family number 4, which is our Pass Pro. Again, key teaching point, O-line must recognize and communicate the fronts at the beginning of every play. So center just calls it out from the start, and there's 3 types again: even, guards covered; odd, guards uncovered; and TNT, where center and guards are covered. All right, let's get after it. All right, just a quick overview here of the 4 families. Again, we want to make complex simple. So we've got the zone family, inside gap, outside gap families. Now the 4th one is Pass Pro, and you'll see some overlapping of some of the schemes and techniques from the first 3. All right, again, as we do install, we want to compartmentalize things. So where we would be doing the Pass Pro is phase 2 of the practice, and then phase 3 we would combine our RPO run blocking with our Pass Pro. First one is our Waggle Pass Pro. Again, what makes this great is it's exactly the same as our pin and pull scheme with our running. So here's an example of overlapping of techniques. Again, the rules are in the middle. We use a buck sweep pin and pull rule where if you're covered, you're pinning, and if you're uncovered, you're pulling. Key point here with waggles is the H receiver is going to free release, so tackles have to play as if there is no H there and you're blocking. You won't get any help. Again, even fronts to left, odd to the right, and then the exceptions of the under 52 look and the TNT 52 bear look. Here's an example of it, of our 9th grade. We're running this to the right. We've got an even front here. That means the guards are covered, the center's uncovered. Again, the tight end is to the right, so he's going to free release. So that tackle's going to get no help. He's got to go reach out here to this defensive end. So the only puller is going to be the center coming around to the right. So we fake away, center comes out and around, free release with the H in the flats. Easy. All right, this is the foundation of our pocket Pass Pro. We use a half-man slide protection. It's a 6-man protection out of our 1 back. Rules here are simple. The front side, or the call side, is in a man scheme, and the back side is in a zone scheme. That's the half-slide, half-man protection. So again, in the upper left-hand corner, the call is to the left. That puts that left tackle on what we say a big to fan rule. He's going to block the man on if he's covered. That's big. If there's nobody on him, he's going to look to fan out to a defensive end typically. The play side guard now is in that big to back, where if he is covered, he will be man on man, as the diagram shows here. So he'll be in a man scheme. If he's uncovered, then he will slide back and join the center, the backside guard, and the backside tackle in zone scheme concepts. Then you can see here on the right, that's what we get. Now we're calling this to the right on the 34 odd in the upper right. Tackle's still big to fan on that defensive end, but the right guard now is uncovered, so he would be big to back. He'll be back with the center, left guard, left tackle, all in a zone scheme. What happens there is when they're in a zone, they have the front line and then that will or rush end backer. So they have both levels, first and second level. The running back will always check the Mike to the Sam to the front side. So we don't chase as offensive linemen the Mike or the Sam. We've got to let them go, but we will take will and backside secondary pressure sliding back. So you can see here on the upper right hand diagram, we've got 4 sliding back against the 4, and we've got the running back checking the Mike and the Sam inside out. You can see the exception again is the down on the bottom left is the 4-3 under, which is like a 52, and the Bear TNT 52. We technically say we have 5 down linemen, so we'll just go into a Mambo call here, man on man. So the 5 linemen take the 5 down linemen, and the back now checks Mike to the will. Inside out again, always checking Mike first to the will. So that is the exception. Everybody's covered. You get those TNT looks from the center. Or with our Pocket Pro, we'll go Mambo, and we'll just man-on-man, keep it simple. Our sprint out pass is another example of over-learning or overlapping concepts where we're going to use our outside zone or stretch blocking technique. Only thing we change here is we make the call from an Aussie to an Aussie Pro. Pro meaning it is pass protection when we want to stay on the line of scrimmage. We're going to use the same rules, the same techniques, and again, we want to stay fairly aggressive. We just don't want people to get across that line of scrimmage. Real simple. With our screen pass protection, I love this. We've used this for years at the college and the high school level. We're going to use one blocking scheme for all the different screens that we use, fast or slow. We just change the timing and the depth of the drops by the tackles. So the rules here, our play side tackles will always lock on defensive ends, and then our guards and our center are the pullers. So you can see the rule there. We just use a lock call for the tackles, and then the guard would pull to the play side guard would pull to the number 2 defender from the outside. The center is going to pull to the Sam, and the backside guard is going to pull to the Mike. Key here on their technique is they're going to set and pass pro. Again, if it's fast, they'll set and hit and take off. If it's slow, they'll count 2 to 3 elephants and then take off. When they do, they need to pull flat down the line and then in a J path so that we aren't surprised by a late filling secondary defender. Last thing again is the template. I'd encourage you to use a workbook type technique with your players and your staff, because again, we are tactile learners. If we do it, then we're going to have a better chance of it sticking with us. Thanks.